Okay, so welcome back to Reclaiming Our Personal Power. We're ready to move on to limit clearing process number 8. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. So this one is not just about accepting our challenging past, but really allowing these challenges, it's our inheritance, right, of the life we were born into. All of the challenges that we've had in the past it starts with kind of an ancestral background and an ancestral foundation, and then that continues on, through our lives as we move and become more independent from our family of origin. But all of these challenges that we've had in our past they've given us lessons, for lack of a better word, that even if they were negative lessons of what not to do, and they were challenging, we want to integrate those with love and gratitude and acceptance. So that's just a little bit of conscious information about that statement. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and show the limit clearing process that we're going to be using. I call it the back seat twist because it's kind of like sitting in the car and reaching in the back seat. All right, so we'll start in staff pose like we did for the bathtub balance. That's how we start in staff pose. So you're just sitting up tall on your sits bones. Hands are flat on the floor, really opening the chest. And we'll say the statement a few times here. And then when we get ready to twist, what we're going to do is kind of lean back and I'm putting my right hand kind of about around the midline of my body. If you can't get it all the way to the midline, it's fine to just put it here. But in order to twist, I put my hand kind of back as far as I can this way into the twist, and then reach my arm up. And careful about this hip has a tendency to want to come up off the floor. So what we want to do is really ground those hips. And then the stretch you kind of come up out of your pelvis, keeping that hip down on the floor. And then this back elbow bends. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I bend that in order to kind of lean back into this twist. So we'll say the statement here. And the goal, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it today, is to kind of reach and then see if you can get both hands on the floor. This hand isn't coming all the way to the floor. But if all you do is stay here, that's fine. Whatever feels good, just kind of, you can move your arm around to explore that twist. But we'll say the statement here a few times, and then we'll come back up out of it and do the other side. We'll lengthen the spine, lift up tall first before we twist. And then that back arm bends, that back elbow bends as we deepen the twist, and this hip stays down on the floor. So really kind of relaxing into that hip, letting that hip drop, and then feeling the twist kind of from the waist up. And then we'll come back to center, kind of like we did with bathtub balance, and say the statement a few times here at the end. So pretty simple. All right, you ready? Okay, so we're going to start in staff pose. So you want to sit up really tall, lengthen the spine tall. Heels, energy is kind of shooting out of the heels. Toes point up toward the sky, and then the fingertips point toward the toes. There you go. And then relax the shoulders. There you go. And lengthen the spine up top. There you go. So you can. That's okay. You can push your hands down into the floor in order to just lengthen as much as possible. So silently close your eyes, and we're going to say the statement. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. So I'll just say it a few times out loud as you say it silently. Remember to breathe. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. Okay, so we're going to start with the right hand moving around to the back And remember that left hip needs to stay down on the floor. As you first reach up, lengthen the spine. There you go. Then turn around like you're reaching in the back seat. There it is. And eyes turn toward the twist. So just turn the eyes. They're open and looking into the twist. And just play around with the arm position wherever you feel the good stretch. Breathe there and say it out loud with me. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. Finish the exhale. Nice big inhale. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. And just see what you can do. Keep that left hip down on the ground. See if you can bring the hand more toward the floor and twist a little bit more. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. Let's say it one more time. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. Good. So in order to come out, lengthen the spine tall and then come all the way back to that seated position. Good. So just take a breath. Notice what you notice about the body, how it feels. And then we'll get ready to do the other side. So whenever you're ready, you can take that left hand and let that left elbow bend. So this right hip stays down on the floor as you reach up and around. There you go. Let that left elbow bend. Inhale, I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude.
I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude.
Finish the exhale. Good long inhale before you say it the next time.
I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude.
Good. We'll do it 2 more times. Take a breath.
I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude.
Good. One more time.
I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude.
Good. So slowly untwist. There you go. Reaching up, tall, lengthening the spine. And then come back into staff pose. So sitting up as tall as you can. And then we'll bring the hands into prayer position, or you can just have the fingertips together. Either one is acceptable. You should want your palms to be facing each other. And we'll say the statement silently together. Eyes are closed. I'll say it out loud while you say it silently. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. Still using the breath, even though you're saying it silently. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. I integrate the challenges of my past with love and gratitude. So you're welcome to stay here and say it a few more times if you need to. If you're watching the replay, say it as many times as you need to. And then when you're ready, we'll just come back to talk about it. Okay. So how was that for everybody? Brandy, you have something to share? I see you. There we go.
Well, that stretch is more uncomfortable for me. I knew it because I knew it, but it still did it. But I had to take it easier than usual, and I just was having like random memories, like of all different ages, like pop through while we were doing it, and then
Yes.
eventually just like cleared out, but it was like popping through.
Thank you for sharing that. That is a very common experience, is to have these kind of memories bubble up, especially when we're doing a statement like this, right? About past challenges or about, or painful past or something like that. And so that is absolutely it's a great sign that all those things were coming up to be cleared, and it comes up into your consciousness so that we can shine that light on it, right? And say, okay, yeah, we're going to release that. We're done with that. We're going to accept it with love and gratitude. It happened. It made me who I am, and we're moving forward. So yay, thanks for sharing that. That is a very common thing that will happen. Even if we're not doing statements about the past, it can be random memories that come up. So just know that when those come up, they're there for us to shine that light of consciousness on it. And then it might be something that you're gonna, in the next few days, think about and just, forgive a little more and let go of a little more, and just, and also, have some gratitude for the fact that it was able to come up and be cleared. So we should celebrate our changes. That's one thing that we want to do before we move on too much. And Brenda, do you have anything that you want to share from that one?
One was pretty easy. I don't know why. I mean, it felt pretty easy, and so I went also with my elbow on the floor because I couldn't feel the stretching,
Yeah, you can go really deep like that. Mm-hmm.
It's out like yeah, but no memories came to my mind, honestly.
And sometimes they come up afterwards too. Sometimes they don't come up during the balance, but they come up afterwards, and you can just be like, oh yeah, it doesn't have that trigger for me anymore that it used to. That might be an experience that you have if any memories come up afterwards.
Yeah, I've always experienced those kind of things with Psyche.
Yes, that can happen. And also, I say it a lot that each side might be different, and that's okay. If one side's way tight, that's fine. Just go to wherever that limit is and breathe into that and say the statement wherever that physical limit is, even if one side is way stretchier than the other. It could be just that's how your body is, but it could also be, a sign of like some sort of resistance or some sort of blockage that you're working through.
Yeah.
So good. And I forgot to ask you last time, did you have anything?
Yeah, this time, even though we weren't like stretching our hips, my hips kind of hurt after that stretch. So there's some kind of resistance there that I'm carrying in my body from my challenging past.
Yeah, we hold a lot of our wounds in kind of our pelvic area. So it can definitely talk to you and let you know that there's some stuff in there to work with.
Yeah.
So it never hurts to do these again. If you want to do it a second time, just, once you've done it once, then sometimes doing it the second time, like you can feel into it a little bit more and maybe get a little more out of it the second time. So don't be shy about trying these again and just see what comes up. Okay, so we celebrated the changes, but we'll just celebrate that again. Hooray, hooray. We did limit clearing process number 8, and we'll get ready to move on to the next one. So we'll say bye to everybody that has joined us for number 8, and we'll see you next time for number 9.
So long for now.
Ciao.